afternoon. I'm Tyler Danberg. Number 1 Ohio State hosts Penn State Saturday at noon. Buckeyes have won 10 of their last 11 versus the Nittany Lions. Today, ESPN reported Nebraska head coach Matt Rule has signed a 2-year contract extension, including a buyout increase from $5 to $15 million. Kent State officially named interim head coach Mark Carney their 24th head coach in program history. Golden Flashes are 3-5 this season after going 0-12 last year. NFL tonight, Ravens visit the Dolphins at 8:15. Baseball, the Nationals are finalizing a deal to make 33-year-old Blake Butera their manager. He would be baseball's youngest skipper since 1972. This update is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. Tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosterswings.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
It's time to add some spice to your nooner. Nooner funny. This is the place where big-time guests, bold opinions, and little cute doggies come together. This is Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus, the #1 rated windows and doors in Columbus.
All right, welcome back aboard. Rothman and Ice. 3-hour show, all stuffed and jammed up there in a 2-hour bag. Anthony Rothman, Matty Ice Hayes, and the cannon at the controls. Boys, good to see you.
It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. How you feeling today? We good?
I am feeling good.
Good.
A couple of Halloween things real fast before we get started.
Yeah,
we got a nice show for you today. Well, according to us, I guess. You guys will be
within this price range.
Yeah, within this price range. We offer the best radio show within this price range. 2 things. One, I've never, ever called it Beggar's Night, and I don't like it. It's always trick-or-treat or trick-or-treating. I've never called it Beggar's Night.
I'm with you.
When someone says it, it's got a weird vibe to me, but maybe it's just where I grew up, and we just never called it that. Number 2, I was stumbling across. Were you guys into the Halloween movies at all? Michael Myers, the original Halloween.
Your boy.
2?
I can't do scary
really.
movies at all.
Oh, it's too bad because it's probably the greatest theme of any.
It is
scary
a good thing.
Okay, so
yes,
and it works with. It's kind of, to me, it's the Monday Night Football theme of scary movies like Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
That
I see the vision.
Okay, with the piano.
I'm in.
And so, and Halloween 2, I think, was as good as the first. Like, the sequel was outstanding. And then the Halloween 3 and the others, they started to get a little weird and just all over the place. And so I stumbled upon it, and I've seen this before. I don't know where this is in the lineage of the movies, but there's a Halloween, I think they called it H2O or 20 or something. It's like the 20-year the 20-year reunion of the original movie. It must be something like that.
Gotcha.
And it's where Michael Myers is still alive, and he's still looking for a sister, and she's teaching at this remote school or boarding school. And what I noticed when I watched it the other day, and it must have come out in 98 because it must have been the 20-year reunion, I guess, is that this Michael Myers, presumably the same Michael Myers, is all of a sudden fast.
Okay.
Like in the first movies, he's like slow. Like you can sprint away from him.
Yeah.
He'll eventually find you, but you've got a good head start. Like if you can run, you're fine with Michael Myers. And this one, it's like he's an Olympic sprinter.
You say
and I'm
both
thinking
type
it's
of
the
vibes?
same guy.
Yeah.
And so I started going on the rabbit hole of like, why would they do that? Why would they change that theory? What is he, a leaner, faster version? What happened? And I read, and the whole take was that in the 90s, the villains in these scary movies were all pretty fast, and that they were just taking some directorial license to make it fall in line with the movies, like it was their interpretation, like a 90s version. And I thought it was a fail, because that's what he had over the rest, is that he was so damn scary and didn't have to move very fast. Anyway, those are my 2 Halloween
This
tricks
may be a stupid question, but who plays Michael Myers? Like, who is the actor?
I've never read the credits to even think they listed them. I don't know.
I've never heard this man's name mentioned. I don't know if it's the same guy that's done a bunch of these, or
I would think it was the same possibly in the first 2, but not now.
We got to find out
First
who
of
this
all,
is.
Whoever that was wouldn't be fast enough now to play the damn guy that played now.
God,
Correct.
we got a whole James Bond thing going on.
Yeah,
we got like 19 different people playing one
Anybody
character.
notable?
But was it the same guy in the first 2?
I don't know about the first 2. I'm just seeing the portrayed by on Wikipedia. I'm counting 9 names, and I may be shorting it. Maybe 10.
Okay.
Nobody who I recognize, but there was somebody named Dick Warlock.
Okay. Interesting.
I think that's its own series in itself. I think that's a great spin-off.
I think Dick Warlock just went on a Rizzo show up in Cleveland to uncurse the Browns.
Like I'm telling you right now, that would be a spin-off of the Halloween movies. Dick Warlock.
Yeah.
So what else Dick Warlock was in?
Yeah. All right.
Still alive.
Those are my two
Oakley,
things.
Ohio.
Okay. Really?
Let's get him on the show.
Wait a minute. I didn't even know there was an Oakley, Ohio, first of all. Oakley, Ohio? Have you ever heard of that?
Oakley
Frankly,
is one of
it
the
sounds made
52
up.
neighborhoods in Cincinnati.
Oakley, Ohio. Okay.
It borders Pleasant Ridge, Madisonville, and Hyde Park. Okay, so his occupations on his Wikipedia are actor and stuntman.
Oh, so he's a savage.
All right, Nick Castle.
He's adult.
Remember in the original, well, you don't remember, but in the original Halloween, there was a little boy version, and then obviously the man version was wearing the mask. So Dick Warlock played Michael Myers, it looked like, in Halloween 2.
Yes.
The original guy was not Richard Dick Warlock.
He also played the android assassin in Halloween 3.
Okay. What's weird is that I see in Halloween 2, he played Michael Myers and like a patrolman. So he played a patrolman with no mask and then actually played Michael Myers.
And he was Kurt Russell's personal stunt double for over 25 years.
Hey, if you can pull up the
Dick Warlock.
Hey, if you can pull up the theme real fast for Maddie, just to get him in the mood.
Yeah, I need that.
I know he likes those. Like
Jamie Lee Curtis has been in a lot of these. All of these.
I would think all of them. Well,
yeah, she's
some maybe not.
This.
Well, that's what launched her.
Was this?
I think the original, yeah, of course. All right, so we got that going for us. I just wanted to give you those two things.
Trick or treat night, man.
You're trick or
Show some love to the kids. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
is it tonight on a nice rainy, dark,
yeah, that's tough.
Savage night?
That is tough. I believe it is tonight. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of kids in my complex, so nobody. Yeah, there we go. Nobody's coming to my door tonight. You know
what? Lights out. You're hiding.
No, I'm not.
Pretend like you're not.
I'm not hiding. Listen, I'll be ready to go. I do have some.
It kicks in when it goes boom. That gets you every time.
You timed that up perfectly.
Well, listen.
I know, but
I've been around.
But I started the audio a little bit later.
I could just tell. I could feel it.
It's the nicest way to call yourself
when he's chasing it.
I've been around.
Yeah. All right, that's good. Donald Pleasance is great as the Dr. Loomis and the whole thing. But anyway.
I think I would be more shook by Freddy Krueger than I would this man.
I just don't.
Because Freddy's in your dreams. That I can't deal with. Him popping up in your dreams and messing with your mental and all that. With the creepy claw hand he's got going on. Ugly ass sweater. Like all that guy. I'm out on Freddy.
At one point, you get to that you're not scared anymore because you know they're not getting away. Like, I think at that point, you're just, okay, it's over. Like with Michael Myers, you got a fighting chance. Yeah. I think it's what makes him more scary.
But Freddy is just,
the suspense
builds. Ugly, too.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's just rough to look at. So him talking trash to me in my dreams with that, like, yeah, that would just take me out. Just take me out.
A couple nice things from the show today. We'll get to the jackets from last night, which is outstanding. We will do a tribute to Nick Mangold today. We did, when we had Bobby on yesterday, I had TLC find the interview that Bobby and I did with Nick Mangold on Radio Row in Miami. That was the Chiefs-Niners Super Bowl pre-COVID. That was the Paul McCartney, the whole deal.
Liverpool.
That was Liverpool.
Yeah. That was the COVID kickoff, basically.
It was the COVID. Yes. It was the COVID kickoff, and I started to think, I wasn't feeling all that well that week. But here's one thing I will tell you. I went to the most international event you could have on U.S. soil, the Super Bowl. Yeah. People coming in from all over the world.
Everywhere.
And I was at that, and I was
hanging out,
breathing, and kicking it at
with Bobby.
Sir Paul, who's going to win? Liverpool.
All right.
You were kicking it with him.
Carney's coming to Chicago in a few weeks.
Going?
No, I'm not going, but my brother wanted to maybe go, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think you should slide up there.
Brian, I'm a fan of yours, too.
Yeah, Brian.
Right over there.
Brian likes TLC more than he likes you and me. I lied. He didn't say that. He's the big fan.
TLC's the new kid on the block. You know how it works,
the
man.
Flavor of the month.
He's the flavor of the month. Fresh cut today, fresh white tee. Like TLC's.
He told me he had an appointment yesterday, and I said, and I was going to text him. I go, "What, to get your hair cut?" And then I come in today, and when he said appointment, he made it sound like it was more serious, like a doctor.
And I had
an appointment. Like what? Like I was like,
goodness.
I had to
you're a
schedule
estate
it.
planner. Like what?
The cut looks good.
Thank you.
Where do
Thank
you go? Do you go to the same person every time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian
You're
Crane at
loyal.
Holy Moses.
Yeah.
You're loyal. I'm the
Look
same way. You can't cheat on your barber, AR. There's guilt that comes with that.
I've heard that before. That's a big thing. Is don't cheat on your barber.
It's tough. It's something that'll weigh on you.
It's something. It's like a relationship. You got to break up with them cleanly
Correct.
instead of cheating, going back. Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What about like tattoo artists? Is that something where it's like
I've bounced around. All 3 tats I have are from 3 different artists.
you have 3?
Yeah.
What about your piercing artist? How about
No,
that?
I don't have any piercings.
You sure?
I have no piercings. No piercings that
we can see.
You can see.
Exactly. That's where I was going.
Led me right to where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk CBJ. We'll do the tribute interview to Nick Mangold we've changed that on you a little bit. We're going to do it at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Or 2:02.
Let's do it.
Because we got a lot to do in the bulletin. We'll have Ian Hartitz on today talking NFL and fantasy at 2:30. Ryan Day with the drop of the day. I don't think you heard this one, Maddie, but several times during the coaches show today, he said this.
First off, great teams cover. That's the first thing. Great teams cover.
Okay, I just wanted you to know that.
Coach,
that
we're
is
looking at the odds
That
now?
is your out-of-context Buckeye quote of the year. All right?
Oh, I'm sure he loves that we're doing that.
I'm
sure he loves that.
I
we're
said
doing
out of
that.
context. That's like saying with all due respect. Like
That, by the way, that something bad's coming after that.
with all due was it with all due
No,
respect?
what's the one that I'm thinking of? There's a setup.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
Yeah, that's the
It's
one, right? And then
all
usually
due
after
respect,
that,
and then here comes a bunch of
some
disrespect.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
By the
usually
way,
setup.
Thank you for just assuming that I had it, and I'm glad that I did.
I did. Yeah. Well, we were on
First
the same.
off, great teams cover. That's the first thing. Great teams cover.
What's the spread this week?
I've been seeing it at 20.5.
You know,
I don't know if it's ticked up or down.
What I was gonna say
We got to put that drop in the pre-snap reads.
about. I was almost yelling it through the microphone into the coach's show. I was going to say, you cannot have Urban Meyer as the victory bell ringer and Ryan Day dropping the great team's cover and something getting squirrely this weekend.
You have the ability to do that. You could have hopped on the coach's show. You could have just went live. TLC popped me up. I got a message for Coach Day.
I
Coach.
got T1 up. If you want your studio on, you want to talk to him.
Don't lose a game with Urban Meyer ringing the victory bell.
By the way,
before the game.
We still don't know if Matt Patricia got the game check, so to speak, for last week's coach's show.
I have not played Agent Zero. I have not played Agent for him. It was just a little like goodwill gesture.
Okay.
Ryan Day wasn't on the coach's show. Matt had to fill in for a couple segments, and
So you're saying you would have given up your check?
I'm just saying if Coach got paid for that specific radio show that he wasn't on, and the guys that filled in with him, it would be nice if
Would you have done it? Would you have cut
give you
it?
a little stipend.
Cut him a check. Would you have?
Yeah.
Would you have done it?
I don't know.
Yeah. See, easier
I
said
don't
than
make
done.
$12.5 million a year. I don't know.
Easier said than done, huh?
He's doing a great job for him. He's his MVP.
Yep.
Both of them are coordinators doing a fine job. All right, we're going to come back. And the CBJ, they are cooking now. Are they officially back? And one thing, Don Waddell's summer get absolutely paying off, especially last night. Rothman and Ice on the Fan.
We're known for 3 things: games, conversation, and Common Man yelling about things only he cares about. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Around here, it's all or nothing, and Toyota has more all-wheel drive choices than anybody. Like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through November 3rd, get a new 25 Highlander or Grand Highlander with 4.75 APR financing. Or you can get 5.75 APR financing on hybrid models with approved credit through TFS. Plus, you get 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
5 words no one wants to hear. You need a new roof. What do you do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year, no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this. Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose, so you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, totals, or player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet just $5. It's the only betting app I use. Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply. In-app only.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
It's BOGO week, so use your card for buy one, get one free deals on Kroger brand apple juice, Screamin' Sicilian pizza, and more participating items. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Script Ohio necklaces, Blocko earrings, Ohio State bangles, and more. You'll find an exclusive collection of luxury Buckeye jewelry you'll love at the Diamond Cellar, starting at $99. Show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Getting the cold shoulder? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun. Your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers? Use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes. Anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. It's Thursday Night Football on the Fan. Catch the Ravens and Dolphins live from Miami. Fan coverage starts Thursday at 8.
Sponsored by Roosters, a fun casual joint.
Your radio home of the NFL, The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see showers on and off today, so a damp and blustery day with gusty winds and temperatures struggling to get into the upper 40s to low 50s. For the kids that are trick-or-treating this evening, we could see some lingering showers. Otherwise, it'll be damp, cold, and breezy with temperatures dropping, especially after sunset. Overnight, we're into the 30s, and for Friday, drier conditions and highs in the mid-50s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Maddie's favorite show is Big Brother. Don't read into it. He's only watching strangers through hidden cameras. You're listening to Rothman, a creepy stalker guy.
Just went over our shifts, and honestly, it wasn't anything crazy. We just sat down and took a look, and obviously felt good about the way we were playing and felt like we were couple bounces away, maybe a couple things that we could have tweaked, but nothing major. And, just, sometimes talking it out and looking it over, it makes a huge difference. And I don't think any of us thought it was going to pay off the way it did tonight, but pretty grateful it did.
They were a machine last night. An absolute machine. Yeah, they gave up a couple goals late. Were you on the series or the Jackets?
I had
Yeah, go ahead.
No, so I had the Jackets on the TV, series on the tablet last night.
Okay.
That's how I was consuming all that stuff. Did you get a tablet yet?
No.
I know we had some laptop issues.
No, I spilled some ginger ale on my laptop. It fell. I you know me, I got a lot going on and grabbed a nice Canada Dry. It's
always a win. I don't really drink ginger ale unless I got the bubble guts. But my mom likes to just drink it straight up.
Yeah,
She's in on that too, yeah.
And it fell. It just fell on the floor. It wasn't like dropped from a 3-story building. It just fell on the floor. And I'm thinking, all right, no big deal. And I did one of those tap the top.
Yeah.
Thinking that's the trick. Just tap it. Tap, tap-a-roo. And I opened it up right on my lap and for some reason, I was in slow motion just watching this happen without like taking the laptop and just chucking it on the couch.
Yeah.
I just kind of sat there and watched the demise.
So the laptop's cooked? It's done?
No, it's not cooked, but the left clicker doesn't work anymore. So I had to go out and buy like an external mouse now and just bypass it until I get a new laptop. I'm not going to live like, the mouse was $10.
I want you to get maybe, you know what? Don't get a tablet. Maybe I'll get you one for Christmas.
I don't want another thing I'm going to ruin. Anyway, Jackets were a machine, Maddie.
My goodness, they were.
They're a machine.
How fun was that? It was awesome.
They're causing chaos. They're back to that line, Sillinger, Coyle, and Olivier, and we heard from Matthew Olivier there. There was so much. I really want to illustrate Charlie Coyle because this was one of those guys that it wasn't under the radar. We had him on the show when they signed him. And this was a Don Waddell targeted guy. It's a veteran guy, big body guy, 6'3", 2 1/4, can win draws, want a righty on that dot, plays 200 feet, and is just a true pro. And I will tell you, watching him last night, that first goal, pressuring below the goal line in the offensive zone, Sillinger was great. I'm glad he got his first. He caused the turnover. Steers the puck away from the defender, goes back to the forehand. It was a beauty. Olivier, who we just heard from, smacked down in the neutral zone. All 5 guys rush in, Mighty Duck style, 5-on-2. Z with the sizzler. I don't need any of you guys. I'm going to score myself. I knew the Leafs would push back, and Fabro got beat below the goal line, and it led to kind of some chaos, and Elvis gave him up. It's 2-1. So in years past, it's like, okay, here comes the other team. You start to squeeze a little bit. This team's not doing that. They go right back. I thought they were in the right place at the right time a lot last night. Lundestrom, a young kid, a center who skates well, strong on the puck, two-way guy again. He was a depth piece for us and picked off a long outlet in the neutral zone. That led to a rush. Quick change. Top line is out. Voronkov gets a shot. And by the way, Provorov, the guy that everybody said, oh, how dare you pay him? Like, he was good. He's been good. Is he worth every last dime? Probably not, but it was to sustain where they were defensively and trying to have a floor there. That was a slick move with that backhand. But Coyle is the one I really want to illustrate because there's the fourth goal. He wins a faceoff in our end and is on his butt's on the ice, gets up, starts to fly. Again, right spot, grabs a loose puck, in for the rush, 2-on-1, Sillinger finishes. That's what you're getting. That's what you're getting. And he was all over the place last night. Every time the Leafs tried to come out of their zone, he was there to pick it off. And they were 2 for 2 on the kill. I'd love to see that get into the top 20 of the league, but they're on their way. Power play we don't have to freak about because they were scoring a bunch of goals last night, 5-on-5. And so here they are, winners of 3 in a row and 5 of their last 6.
Love it.
And getting the goaltending. And this combo platter, this Jet Elvis combo platter, It's working great. Glad they gave Elvis a lot to work with last night because they were too late when we took our foot off the gas. But other than that, that team was buzzing last night. And it wasn't just, okay, I could say they finished last night. Finishing is a big part of it. Like, they finished. When they had the rush, they finished. But a lot of that was created by where they were in the neutral zone and what they did to create turnovers and keep the pressure on the Leafs. That was as good of a game as we've seen yet this season, and they're playing with a lot of confidence and control, and they're fighting through whatever minor adversity there is. They're being physical. They're standing up to teams, and as long as they weren't going to just take this penalty kill and have it be their demise for the year, which it won't be, then you've got a lot of what we thought we could get right now.
100%. I like the bounce back from the guys right now. You're talking that 1-3-0 start out of the gate, and they even were saying, AR, that they felt like they left some meat on the bone. So they had some confidence early on that even though the results aren't going our way as far as wins and losses right now, we're doing some good things, and they stuck to the process, and now you're seeing just everything come together. I mean, it's the third line that you mentioned. You had the line the other day with Wood and Chinnikov on it in the game against Buffalo. I thought they had a good outing. So now you're just talking about a CBJ team coming together and just a lot of different weapons everywhere and enforcers everywhere, and they're flying around and playing with a ton of speed. And then coming out of last night, too, where you had four guys with multi-point games, baked into that was our guy Z's waking up. Our guy Z's waking up right now and lighting up the net a little bit here, and you're talking a goal and an assist in back-to-back games for Z. So I like that he's getting his shots off, right? Because we know how great he is as a defenseman. But to me, what makes the Jackets really scary, or scarier than what they can be, is when you have this threat of Z and some other guys coming from all other areas of the ice and being defensemen that can help you out on offense. So for Z at the moment, it's 14 shots over the last 4 games. And I really like that because we know that he is a offensive weapon as a defenseman. Twice in his career, the man's gotten to 20 goals. And so, yeah, it's really good to see that we're not talking about bad goaltending play or a lack of this or a lack of that over this stretch that we're talking about. They knocked off the rust, and now here they are looking and giving off some of the vibes of last year's team where they really figured some things out.
Yeah, they are turning. I mean, Zach's always been, his skates have always been tipped into the offensive area of the ice. He's just that deadly, and you love to see everybody chipping in, and that's what this team has done.
Yep.
This has got a lot of versatility, and they're getting the goaltending, and that's the key. And it's really done this combination of these two. I think we went into the season thinking, well, it's Jets to lose now. And our hope was, well, maybe they can light a fire under Elvis because now he knows he's not the guy, and let's see if we can get something out of him. And it's actually worked, I think, great for both of them. It really has. I don't know if we necessarily need one guy now to win the job. I'll be very curious to see how far Coach Dino takes this
into the season.
Well, just how far he takes it, because you're going to have we have another back-to-back this weekend, so you're fine with going back to Jet and then going to Elvis. Now, strategy-wise, with teams and who they're playing and all that, I don't think he even has to feed into that. I think it's rest, readiness. I don't think it's a guy, because he could have changed his plan early in the year when, Jet was rolling or Elvis had a good game. Like, he could have said, all right, we're going to ride this. And he hasn't. He's been very consistent, and it's worked out great. And if he gets some run support like he was getting last night, and these guys are making big saves, and we saw Jet make the big save in overtime at Buffalo that allowed Miles to win it at the end, and we saw Elvis make a couple pretty good saves last night. He had a lot of them, and even in a 6-3 game, you got to make some key saves, and he did. They'll be home again on Saturday against St. Louis, and then it's back on the road for a while. So let's hope they keep it going. We'll come back in 2 minutes. NFL picks against the number. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Hey, guys, it's Bobby Carpenter here. Are you feeling low energy, trouble focusing, less interest in the things you used to enjoy? How about this? Less strength. It could be low testosterone. Affinity Whole Health is offering free labs to check your testosterone levels. These labs, they're normally $99, but in the month of October, they are free. Sign up now at feelgreatcolumbus.com. Learn why I and thousands of other men Trust the experts at Affinity Whole Health. Go to feelgreatcolumbus.com and feel like yourself again.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Brian's headed to the basketball court, but he's sick of this check engine light. So he goes to AutoZone for the free Fix Finder service,
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
where a friendly AutoZoner reads the light in just a few minutes and gives him a detailed report.
No big, just a loose gas cap.
And gets him to the court with a tight gas cap and tighter defense. The free Fix Finder service at AutoZone. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-656-1551. That's 800-656-1551.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Rothman and Ice. NFL Picks.
Sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. Tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today at roosterswings.com.
The one thing that I didn't do this year is a survival pool.
Oh, neither did I, and I'm pissed about it.
Yeah, and we should have done it on the show. That's a massive fail on our part.
I've never done one.
We should have started
Never done one. I would like to do that.
A station-wide.
You are willing to learn.
I think they used to do that, AR. Wasn't there a station-wide one?
We did. There's been a lot of, lackadaisical stuff around here. Like, it lasts for a year, and then it's just like nobody wants to run it.
Welcome to the fan.
Yeah.
I'll run that. I'll run it Excel file style. I don't even need an app. I'll just walk around the building. Hey, who you got?
Here for it. Let's do it next year. Let's do it.
All right, I'll do it myself.
The reason I bring it up, and by the way, it's never too late to start. You can always do but
yes,
we're not doing it now, I guess. But I have a feeling last week that the pick that killed every pool was Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like people wanted to use, Atlanta's not a team that you want to try to survive with. Like, Atlanta's you may not even take them during the year. Now, maybe at home, and that was the spot.
Yeah.
Where I bet a lot of people said, I'll never take Atlanta again. They're playing the Dolphins. They're a mess. And it was the one that probably sunk survivor pools everywhere.
You and I didn't take the bait on that game last week. I was saying this game is just screaming some type of bounce back for Miami, and that's absolutely what happened, and Kirk Cousins probably needs to go ahead and hang it up.
Hang it up? You have him on the Bengals.
Kirk Cousins?
You said pay him the $30 million.
After what I've seen, he might be done. Now, I think he would play pretty well in Cincy versus Atlanta, but that was rough. That was rough. Now, it was his first game. I'll give him that, but he might,
that Achilles isn't getting any younger.
Go and hang it up, Kirk. Got a nice family.
He didn't want
of money.
No.
Yeah, he didn't want to go out looking like this.
Maybe he wants to end it in purple and gold.
Come on home, huh?
So that was a big one that I bet wiped everybody out. So, and when the public, when 99% of the public is on one, it felt like the world was betting Atlanta. Money line, just throw them in. That's a gimme. And they get, not only do they lose, they get cracked.
Listen.
Tua throws 4 touchdown passes. What are the odds you could have gotten on that before that game?
Plus 700?
Yeah. 700.
Crazy like that?
7,000.
Who knows? Who knows? The NFL has taught us for years that we're all Jon Snow, and we know nothing.
The NFL is going to NFL. All right, lay them out, TLC.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Here's who we're not talking about. We're not talking about the Browns, Buccaneers, sadly. No Baker Mayfield this week. No Eagles, no Jets. But it does leave us with Ravens minus 7.5 in Miami, speaking of, tonight.
El Freaky's back.
Oh, God.
El Freaky is back. The NFL trying to come after us for some BS injury report? I don't know. Nothing happened.
Well, you guys...
We didn't do anything wrong.
That's the problem. Nothing happened.
We did nothing wrong. Hey, I'm laying the 7.5. This is Miami. This is Lamar, Florida boy going back. He's coming out looking for blood. Give me the Ravens.
Well, if somebody pokes Tua in the eye again, they might get 4 touchdown passes.
He might ball out again.
So don't do that. I mean, the obvious side of this is Lamar coming back, like Maddie said. I think the Dolphins showed up the last time they were on national TV. They are at home. Your defense is not anything to be too scared about.
That's real.
But I agree with you. I think Lamar's the difference maker, so I'll lay the 7.5.
Channel 10, the home of Spiro Didis and Adam Archuleta. They got Bears -3 in Cincinnati at 1 o'clock on Sunday.
I think I know Adam Archuleta.
You would know.
I think I know him.
Safety?
Yeah. This is a tough one because both teams are injured on defense, and one defense is just really bad. Tyreek Stevenson returned for the Bears. Trey Hendrickson's still out, I believe. The Bengals are giving up, as you guys know, 14 points in the fourth quarter in 3 straight games. So, and they have a bye week next week. So I'm just thinking, all right, they can't get to that fast enough. And the stat, though, that smells funny to me is the Bears being, you said, a road favored by 3?
Yep.
Yeah, that's...
After last week?
But their offense is 4th in the league in yards after the catch, and the Bengals' defense is the 2nd worst, so...
The Bears get a lot of interceptions.
It's hard to back Caleb. Where's Flacco now? What's going on with him?
50-50 lemon line.
Yeah, so
we might get a Jake Browning side.
Yeah,
this.
I'm going to take the Bears.
Yeah, I'm laying the 3 as well. Like, the scariest thing about this Bengals team is, doesn't matter. It can be the Jets. It can be anybody. And they're going to allow teams to hang around because the defense is not holding up their end of the bargain. So I'm going to roll with the Bears, even though Caleb's still figuring some things out.
Also at 1 o'clock, Burkhardt and Brady got Vikings at Lions. Lions -8.5.
So JJ's coming back, huh?
He is.
This is his debut, or no, this is not his debut. He's already played in a couple of games. Look, the Lions are just a complete unit, man. We know what time it is with them, with just the force that they can impose and bring to the field, especially on offense. It's hard to see JJ McCarthy coming into this moment right now, rusty, getting after the Lions. So I'll lay the 8.5 and roll with Detroit.
It's a lot of points in a divisional game, but it is on the road for the Vikes. And I'm maybe less worried about JJ and more worried about this defense. They may be overrated. They can't stop the run. They're bottom 10. And guess what? We're not the Buffalo Bills. We can't survive this way. I am worried that Goff kind of eats up the blitzing that Brian Flores will be doing against him. The dump-offs to Jameer. Just a lot of points until it isn't. You know, this could be a 7-point game in the 4th, and then the Lions cover. So, again, I'm on the favorite with you.
How about Colts -3 in Pittsburgh?
That's an interesting one. Hottest team in the league. Steelers defense is allowed. You guys just allow big plays all of a sudden.
Yeah, secondary's not good.
Yeah,
and
safety play.
Even the defensive front got moved around last game.
See what that secondary can look like. You guys made a trade for what, Duggar from New England? So
Kyle,
they're trying. They're trying to figure it out.
I'm going to just back the hottest team in the league right now. Give me the Colts.
Danny Dimes, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard for me to see how the Steelers are going to slow down Jonathan Taylor right now. I'm just not seeing that. Jonathan Taylor's running through everybody's face mask at the moment. I'm going to lay the 3 and roll with Indy 2.
Time zones, San Fran -2.5 going all the way out to MetLife to play Big G.
What's going on with Brock Purdy? He's just been out of sight, out of mind with this toe injury. Have no idea whether or not he's going to play. Niners took it on the chin a couple times. You lost Fred Warner. You lost Bosa. Those are obviously massive blows there. I'm going to stick with the Niners, though, on the road. I'm going to lay the 2.5. You take Cam Scatterbo out of the equation now for the Giants offensively. I think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for them now.
Saw what Saquon did to their defense, and I think CMC could do the same. The Giants just allow a lot per carry, and this is the guy that could do that. And I'm not a big fan of the 49ers defense right now in that line you mentioned because they don't have a lot of healthy bodies, but I'm going to ride the fact that CMC should have a Saquon type of day, and they should bounce back. Give me SF.
The Patriots are 5.5-point favorites at home against the Falcons. And I kind of want to double check this one because seeing that makes me realize why is that way so low?
Because Penix and Drake London are probably back.
Yeah, but the Patriots.
That would be that would be the reason, I think, that they think they got a shot. Bijan's probably due for a big game. The Patriots have won and covered 5 straight. I don't think I'm going to overthink this, so give me New England.
Yeah, I mean, New England right now, they've found their franchise quarterback. They found their guy. Last 3 games for Drake May, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception. Last 2 games on the ground for Drake May, 62 yards and 50 yards. So he is doing everything. True dual threat type of guy. I'm going to roll with the Pats at the crib. I'm landing.
Here we go. I've been waiting for this one. Chargers -9 in Nashville.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, man. Look, the Titans are at a place now. They're trading away pieces already. Morale has to be really, really low in that building with just all the changes that they're having to deal with right now. And so I'll roll with the Chargers in that 9 on the road.
A lot of favorites. So that could be the kiss of death. But I think this is the one where the Chargers kind of let it rip. And I mean, Mack and Alt coming back, that's going to be a big difference for them. Mm-hmm. Here's the stat for the Titans if you're a gambler. 4-21 against the spread over the past 2 years.
Nasty.
And there's no sign, there's no glimpse, I think. I know they're at home. What does that mean?
Right.
Wait. Is Mike McCoy their interim?
Let me check that for you.
Is this a revenge game? I think he coached for the Chargers.
No, you're right about that.
Yeah. Revenge game.
Yeah, he's the guy.
They might want to play for him.
He's the interim head coach. Does he have the dudes, though? No.
Yeah, I simply put, if this was one where the Chargers would just kind of hand off and just kind of run it a lot, but I see them letting it rip. So give me the Chargers.
Let's do one more. Broncos at Texans. This could be pretty good. Texans are -1.5 at home.
CJ and his offensive line, they made up. Game balls for all my men. Boy, Broncos just get after the quarterback a lot. I'm going to take Denver. I think this is a short-lived celebration for CJ and the boys.
To your point, I mean, Denver leads the league right now in sacks, 36, 10 more than the second-best team in the NFL, that being the Rams. I don't know if we're talking about the year J.K. Dobbins is having. Like, J.K. Dobbins, 3rd in the league in rushing yards in Denver. So I love that formula that can go on the road and travel with their good defense. I'll roll with the Broncos.
Yeah, they don't give up a lot of sacks either. They get after you and they protect them. Yeah. All right, we're going to come back with a Buckeye Bulletin, and Ryan Day has a label for this Saturday. You'll hear it next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
It's officially fall at Firehouse Subs. The Thanksgiving turkey sub is back. This sub brings all the flavors of the Thanksgiving table into one crave-worthy bite. Stacked high with premium carved turkey, savory stuffing, and cranberry sauce. The ultimate holiday comforts in a sub. Hurry to Firehouse Subs today and try the Thanksgiving turkey sub before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks, contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a blue, refreshing mountain dew. So give me my blueberries. Give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
Give the gift everyone wants. Fun in your own game room. Billiards Plus has gifts for everyone. Pool tables, shuffleboard tables, card tables, grills, and more. With professional delivery and installation, you'll beat the last-minute scramble. Reserve yours now. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Ryan Day's Buckeyes are back at the shoe for a Big Ten battle with Penn State. And James Franklin's watching from his couch.
Damn, I love football. Live fan coverage starts Saturday morning at 6:30 with the Kick at Noon.
Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Cosby Heating and Cooling and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Rothman and Ice present Buckeye Bulletin.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another furnace breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day furnace installation.
A little Buckeye Bulletin time. As we talked about yesterday, I mean, this was the marquee game outside of Texas. This was the one everyone was really looking forward to. Now it's just, I mean, Ryan Day won't want to hear it, but this is one that they're supposed to win. This is the one that Penn State shouldn't stay with them, not here. You thought maybe if the game was over there, and Ryan Day was like, yeah, I'm happy it is at home. Of course you are. And they're a 20.5-point favorite, so just under 3 touchdowns. The over-under is 44.5. I mean, if Penn State does anything this game, they probably want to lean into this running game, back up quarterback, try to slow the game down, try to limit possessions, try to put this game on your offensive line and say, keep us in it. Yeah. Because they do have, before the season started, we thought they could ride with the running game, even though when James Franklin was coaching them, he never stays with it. But between Singleton and Allen, you've got some talent there. And they're going to have to. Now, if you're Ohio State, you're absolutely loading up and putting this game in Ethan Grunkmeyer's hands. Like, you have to.
All day.
Like, you're loading up and saying, no.
Yeah. Make a name for yourself. Like, good luck.
And you know what? Young kid, wish him the best. It's a great opportunity.
For sure.
A cool moment for him. Central Ohio kid playing in the shoe.
But this defense is different.
And you can't make him, well, if you're Penn State, you don't want him winning the game. Now, remember, he only threw, he actually got up to 28 attempts against Iowa. That's pretty remarkable. And he's been in 4 games. And he really slung it around, only 93 yards. His completion percentage was 54%. He had a couple picks. So the opportunities are going to be there, but I expect Ohio State to load up. But here's Ryan Day and how he labels this game.
They're a good team. Certainly the running backs run hard. The offensive line is as good as they were a month ago. It's just they haven't quite found their rhythm yet. And we know that. So this is going to be a battle. Always is against Penn State. You know that. All the games we played against them at home or on the road. And I'm glad we got them at home. But this is going to be a war. And so, we got to do everything we can at noon to make sure we're playing our best football.
It's been a constant message for him all week long, is getting that out there for his players to hear. And obviously they'll probably need to listen to our station to hear that, because he's saying, I'm sure, the same thing behind the scenes. But that's the tone he's trying to set, because it's something that we all know. Well, yes, they're not what they were supposed to be. This isn't a roster that's lacking talent, because some of these guys, maybe a lot of these guys, we'll see get drafted here in a few months. And so that's the game I think you have to play as a coach, is just to make sure everybody is mentally as sharp as they can possibly be, because if you check that box, the physical stuff's going to take over, and they should be able to overwhelm Penn State throughout this game, because we just haven't seen quarterbacks figure out this defense. It's just such a uphill climb, and now you're asking a backup quarterback and a unit on offense to where I don't even really know what pass catchers you're really scared of right now. Like, the focus is Singleton and Allen, and Singleton's having an okay year. I mean, he's doing well in the touchdown department with 6 of those, but he's averaging 3.6 a pop. The dangerous one this year is Katron Allen. With how explosive he's been, he's got a run that's almost at 70 yards this year. So he's got that pop, and he's north of 6 yards per touch right now. So they take that away and make this backup quarterback do what he needs to do to try to get points on the board and move up and down the field. Then that's where you want to be. I think if you're Ohio State going into this game.
They were never supposed to be built around the passing game. This was supposed to be the running game and play action, and Aller being good enough to get some of these portal receivers the football, and for them to be a little more complimentary on offense than maybe people thought they could be. There was a thought that this team was better than Ohio State coming into the season, but it was built mostly around the fact that they were identified as kind of this year's Ohio State. Upperclassmen sticking around, the running backs not going to the draft, Aller, all that. And that there was, quote, unfinished business because they made a run in the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
And they were a couple plays away from playing for it all and playing Ohio State. And then the other thing that people thought they won in the offseason was Jim Knowles. That was a victory. That you hire a defensive coordinator away from Ohio State, you retain some of your big guys on offense. Yeah, you don't have Abdul Carter, but you have Denai Dennis Sutton. You had, like, they felt they had enough. And now the whole thing's just gone sideways. And without the quarterback, it doesn't feel like it's even possible for them to come in and live up to what Ryan Day's expecting to be a war, a 4-quarter war, basically. But it's respect. It's respect for what Ohio State does, because the second you keep your eye off the prize, then there's a team with nothing to lose that might be able to hang with you. He did talk about the confidence and the preparation and everything they do every week and how much that is on every individual guy.
I think a big part of building confidence, real confidence, is doing it in practice during the week. Though I say it to our guys all the time, the reward for all the hard work that you put in the preparation, the film work, and the inside drills and everything, is to go in on Saturday, look somebody in the eye with real confidence, like, I got you, I think there's also fake confidence, or like, I'm getting myself up for the game right before the game, and I'm going to, bang my head against a locker. Okay, what'd you do all week? Are you really prepared? Because at some point, you got to put the ball down and play football. So I think that the guys are seeing the work that they're putting in during the week show up on the film, because that's their test. I say to people all the time, like, we're all we are is teachers, and we're preparing our students for the game on Saturday, and we get a grade. Yeah, the only problem is if the guys don't pass the test, we got more problems than most. But that's it. And the game is a feedback on your preparation as a coach and as a player. And I think as they start to see the work that they're putting in show up on the field, it just builds more confidence, like you're saying.
He has been so genuinely awesome with quotes and press conferences and coaches show this year. I've said it every week. He is engaged. This is not cliche. I think that he dropped a line today, Maddie, like, just because another day goes by doesn't mean you're getting better, you're improving. Just because you're coming, you know what I mean? Like, just because another day went by, it doesn't mean that. And I love the other line he dropped today. He said about watching film and how many hours. And this goes to kind of the laugh that people would have about, quote, student athletes. But he said, there's no rule on watching too many hours of film. Like, they don't designate that a player can only watch 8 hours this week of film. You can watch 200 hours if you want. And then it's how you watch it and the confidence. And I agree with him wholeheartedly. Everything in life, preparation equals confidence. How prepared are you to do anything? You know, play a game, host a radio show, whatever. Drive a car. It doesn't matter. Like, the more prep you do, and I just think he's been great this year, and I think he's been hammering it home, and they have the results to show for it on how they've responded in games where they've taken care of business. They haven't had to blow teams out all the time, but they certainly have been big in big moments.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
All right, that's today's Buckeye Bulletin.
Fellas, if you are at a point in your life to where you are just not feeling like your old self, listen closely because I'm here to help you. But more importantly, the wonderful folks at the Columbus Men's Clinic want to help you right now. Because if you've been dealing with low energy, ED issues, whatever it may be, if your body is just not feeling right, go see the wonderful folks at the Columbus Men's Clinic because there's no guesswork, there's no gimmicks. It's just real science, with very effective treatment. Be aware of online fixes, generic online pills, overpriced things. Do the homework over at the Columbus Men's Clinic because they want to get you headed in the right direction. Everything they have over there is affordable. It's accessible. You'll get consultation, including blood work, for just $99 with results before you leave the building. So act now. You only get one life. Take care of yourself, fellas. Please take care of yourself. Hit them up at 614-300-7400 or visit them online at columbusmensclinic.com. Again, their phone number is 614-300-7400 or find their website at columbusmensclinic.com.
A lot of people may know the name Nick Mangold, and maybe what pops into your mind is I was a great former Buckeye and outstanding New York Jet, or maybe it's just simply anytime I saw him, it was the backwards cap and the look and how he prepared himself for games was unmatched. And we'll celebrate the center and one of the all-time greats. When we come back, you'll hear a interview from a handful of years ago. We'll set it up that we did with Nick at Radio Row, and it basically illustrates his love for life and football and a lot more. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
All the Ohio State conversation you can handle. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Your Ohio State flagship station. The Fan.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Active military or veteran, planning your next career move? Start at Columbus State Community College. When employers in Central Ohio's booming advanced manufacturing industry need talent, they hire Columbus State graduates. Our engineering technology programs equip you with skills and experience to launch a high-tech career in Columbus's fast-growing fields. And our veteran services team will help you maximize your benefits and connect to a supportive campus community. Take the first step. Apply at cscc.edu/engineering tech.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you're a sports card fan like me, you've got to check out Midwest Cards in the Arena District, right outside Nationwide Arena. These guys are true collectors themselves, and they've built a shop that lets you experience card collecting in a whole new way. They've got sealed boxes, packs, single cards, signed memorabilia, and plenty of TVs in their lounge. Yeah, they have a lounge. And don't forget the card bar, where you can open packs while you have an adult beverage. It's awesome. Stop by Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards. Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brian's headed to the basketball court, but he's sick of this check engine light. So he goes to AutoZone for the free Fix Finder service,
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
where a friendly AutoZoner reads the light in just a few minutes and gives him a detailed report.
No big, just a loose gas cap.
And gets him to the court with a tight gas cap and tighter defense. The free Fix Finder service at AutoZone. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-656-1551. That's 800-656-1551.
Treat yourself to a new ride from Coghlan Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Get 0% on a new 25 Kia EV6 or 26 EV9, or get up to $11,000 off MSRP. Get 1.9% on a new 25 Telluride during the Kia Fall Sales Event. Visit CoglanKia.com.
Coghlan has the car for you.
Based on 2024 retail sales, 0% for 60 months and 1.9% for 48 months equals $1,667 and $2,165 for 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Not all will qualify. Manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Ends 10/31/25.
Earn 2% cash back on purchases and pay 0% APR on balance transfers for 15 months with a new Kemba Financial Credit Union Visa. That's more rewards and less interest. Apply at Kemba.org. For purchases and balance transfers made in the first 90 days, restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Variable and subject to change. Equal opportunity lender expires 10/31/25.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any four-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $200 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $200 more. See store for details.
Dormar, your climate hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. Ohio State and its number 1 scoring defense host Penn State Saturday at noon. Defensive tackle Caden McDonald on Matt Patricia.
He's not my defensive coordinator. I call him my mental coach. He helps me with stuff off the field, and everything on the field is already taken care of.
The NCAA punished Central Michigan, former head coach Jim McElwain, and 3 ex-staffers for allowing former Michigan assistant Connor Stallions on their sideline in CMU gear versus Michigan State in 2023. Today, Nebraska head coach Matt Rule signed a 2-year contract extension. Kent State dropped the interim tag from head coach Mark Carney. Women's college hoops, Ohio State guard and reigning Big Ten freshman of the year, Jelani Cambridge, was named to the preseason Naismith Player of the Year watch list. NBA Dodgers owner Mark Walter was unanimously approved as the new Lakers majority owner. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Most shows just skim the surface, but Rothman and I feel like the biggest story of the day deserves a closer look. It's time for a deeper dive.
Sponsored by Low T Center. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
All right, back at it. Final hour of the program. Ian Hart, it's bottom of the hour. We'll talk NFL and fantasy with him. We'll do more of the NFL picks coming up at 2:18. Nick Mangold, very sad, passed away earlier this week. And it was, or was it last I was out of town, so I had heard about it
last week.
Thursday?
Yeah. Was it Thursday? Okay.
Yeah, incredibly sad. Certainly didn't have a massive personal relationship with him, but covered him in the media, covered his teams at Ohio State, covered him, and then got to meet him and know him throughout the years after his career, after he retired in 2016, and came in here, 3-year starter, if you don't know, at center for Ohio State. And a lot of people thought that he was the next LaCharles Bentley, which was a Remington Trophy winner here at Ohio State, and he could do it all, and came in as a true freshman and played a lot of games. He backed up Alex Stepanovich, who went on to play in the NFL. And when he had an injury in the second game against San Diego State, Mangold went in, and he started the final 11 games of the year. And when Step came back, he went to guard, and certainly Nick continued to play center. And he was just an all Big Ten guy, and certainly one of the nicest guys I ever met in my covering of Ohio State, and just as down-to-earth and real as you could get. And when we went down to do Radio Row, and we've done Radio Row every year besides COVID, and we got lucky because, Nick was kind of parading around there, and he was hawking some sort of like a pocket torch or something to use for grilling. He was in a chef's coat, and he had some barbecue sauce that was coming out with his number 74 on it, and he was as happy as I've ever seen someone. And I remember thinking, man, you're at Radio Row, the Super Bowl, Matty. Like, this should be bothering you. Like, you got so close. And it was just, he had an unbelievable career, he said. And the fact that he got that close and played in some title games, it was the way it was supposed to go. So we interviewed him, and here, we'll play it because it's kind of tough for me because I'm stumbling around because I feel like it's so sad, right? We've done this before, and I want you to hear it because I think it illustrates his love of life, and even after football, and what he enjoyed most was just being around the people and teammates that he went to battle with every week. He is Ohio's own Nick Mangold. Big Nick is in the house, and he's all dressed up to Burns-O-Matic something.
Burns-O-Matic, fine Columbus company. Just, it's a lot of fun because we're taking the torch away from the construction people and putting it into the tailgate. And so we're lighting everything on fire, having a grand old time.
We'll talk about that because I hear you're selling more of these than funnel cakes at Kings Island. So that's good news. You were so close to playing in this game. Does working Radio Row bring back any of that for you at all? Like, I wanted to be here as a player, I got so close and I didn't make it, or is that completely out of your mind?
For me, I was amazed. It was 9 years ago that we did this, and I only know that because my son was born on the Super Bowl that we were supposed to go to. So it's kind of gone away a little bit. It always stays my main regret from my NFL career is that we didn't win a Super Bowl. But otherwise, at this point, nothing I can do about it, so why worry about it?
Yeah, I mean,
so might as well be here chatting with you guys.
Exactly. Biggest regrets of one thing I'll never be able to change. Like, especially when you get close, you make the playoff runs. I've got to work with your good friend, two guys that you played with, Jonathan Vilma and then Mark Sanchez a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you look at that, back on some of those playoff runs, like, are you able to look at them now as maybe the exciting, like with the fond memories of playing those games and like the emotions that you felt, or is it still a little bit bitter and still tough to look at times you got to the AFC Championship and then weren't able to finish and move on?
No, you get both. You get the joy. Like, I remember our first run, we went out to San Diego and won in San Diego, and no one expected us to do it, and we did it we finished the game by going forward on fourth down, and then we was able to take a knee, run the clock out, and that was an amazing experience. At the same time, you look at it and you look at back-to-back AFC Championship games. The first one versus the Colts, where we play a great first half, and then Peyton goes all Peyton Manning on us, and we lose. And then we go to the next one. We're playing in Pittsburgh. We play a terrible first half, and then we come roaring back. And I've talked to guys who on Pittsburgh, they're like, yeah, we were screwed. If there were 3 more minutes in that game, we were screwed. And so we had that momentum going. if we could have just put the two good halves together one of those years, we might have been able to do something, but alas, we did not. So there's a bittersweet feeling, but there's also a remembrance of the joy, going to New England after getting smoked by New England in the regular season and beating them up there in the playoffs. That was a great feeling. Beating Indianapolis in the playoffs. Like there were a lot of good teams that we beat.
Ohio State All-American and 7-time Pro Bowler Nick Mangold with us on Radio Row. Different coaches, different coordinators, different quarterbacks. You've had them all. And I don't know if I asked you last year or the year before about your time with Brett Favre, that quick time when he came in. Any good stories about Favre and having to snap the ball to him?
Favre was amazing because, growing up watching him, like, Brett Favre, and then the opportunity to play with him. The very first practice we're out there, we're in Long Island, Hofstra, where we're having training camp. And Mangini had a rule: if you had a penalty or a turnover, you had to run a lap. And so the first practice there, we had, I think it was like 10 to 12,000 people just pack into this one small little area, Hofstra University. And Brett and I fumbled the snap. Obviously, Brett's fault because I can snap to anybody. And so we end up running the lap. And now Brett's not going to, make any time doing the mile. So we were in a nice, slow walk-off jog. And people are clapping. Like, then they're getting this big cheer. And I was like, this is something we did wrong. Like, this isn't a victory lap. This is something we did wrong. They were just so excited to see Brett. But I was regaling somebody with the story, and I forgot this last little part of it. It was right. This was 2008. So YouTube had just started. And I remember coming into the locker room, and one of the clubhouse guys was like, oh, yeah, it's got 100,000 views on YouTube already. I was like, what's this, YouTube?
Where were those guys filming?
Explain me this again.
I didn't see the cameras.
It's like, yeah, this is great. And now it's become such what it is.
Maybe they were clapping because, it's for Mangini to do that to Favre sends a message throughout the team, right? If he can run a lap, then maybe it was part of, the two of you.
I think Brett dropped it on purpose so he could take a little time off because we were going pretty slow, and I think he just wanted a couple of reps off.
Absolutely. And so, gosh, I remember watching that. And wasn't there didn't they throw that on the team meeting the next day? And I want to say there was a little bit of production around it, maybe some Britney Spears being played. Is that correct? Did you tell me that? Or was
Eric had a lot of videos. It was funny. Lavernius Colds had nicknamed Eric the Penguin.
Yes.
Because he looked like the villain from Batman. And so then, Eric, every team meeting would be up there on, the teleprompter, just ripping into people. And so then it became referred to as Penguin Vision.
That's awesome.
If he made Penguin Vision, you were in trouble.
That is good stuff. We're talking to Nick Mangold, former Ohio State Buckeye, former New York Jet. 11-year NFL? 11-year Ron Burgundy NFL veteran.
You in the Ring of Honor yet?
No.
You will be.
Maybe. I don't know.
Listen, I don't want to. It's hard to talk for yourself. You're a very humble guy. No, I've already got him in.
Nick told me he's the humblest guy he knows.
By far.
Well, he didn't know about YouTube then. Now he's learning about humble brag. It's a real thing. So I assume your day will come. Do people tell you that you have any hint that you'll be in the Jets Ring of Honor one day?
I don't know. Maybe. It would be nice.
Here's all I'm asking. Since we both came back to celebrate two of our good friends going into the Ohio State Hall of Fame, and Nick Mangold and Nick Mangold.
Yeah, I'm Nick Mangold.
Mike Nugent, as I'm looking at you, Mike Nugent, and AJ Hawk. It was great to see everybody, get everyone back together at the tailgate. I just want to make sure that when the Ring of Honor happens, I've got some Kelly Green I can throw on and make sure I'm out there at the tailgate using, the Burns-O-Matic
torch. Yeah, come on out.
Getting some food, getting all that stuff going.
We'll have a grand old time. They had the fans voted on the all-time Jet team for the NFL 100 year, and I tricked a bunch of people into voting for me.
You beat out Kevin Mawae?
Yeah.
Look at you, man. Hey, the Ring of Honor for sure.
That's why
Ring of Honor. But it was a fan vote. It was the fans.
Fans are smart.
They are the geniuses. They're my favorite because I love them because they voted me.
And they buy the Burns-O-Matic.
And hopefully the barbecue sauce that's coming out. And so it's all, part of my evil plan.
When you left football, and we talked a little bit about this, just you and I, and everyone always thinks you have this John Elway moment. You win a Super Bowl, you walk off and like, hey, that's the career. It's done.
Hey,
Like,
Michael Strahan, look at me.
The reality is like 99.9% of guys, either you get kind of older and it's like, do I still want to play? Is this the right situation? Or you get hurt and it's like, I'm on IR and my contract's up. Do I want to go play somewhere else? Do they want to bring me back? What's the role? Like, when you walked away from the game and you made that decision, was it hard for you? Did you still feel like you had something left? Was your body just too beaten up? I mean, go through your thought process on deciding when you finally retired.
Yeah, so that was a big process for me. I went through, I got hurt, ended on IR. The Jets fired me in February, and I was still rehabbing. And so I was rehabbing along.
Your ankle?
Foot.
Okay.
And same thing. And I was still... it was always, Nick, do you want to play football? I was like, of course, I'm a football player. That's what I want to do.
What else have I done?
And yeah, I got nothing else going on. Sure, I'll play football. So it was always very abstract. And then it became real with the Baltimore Ravens in mandatory minicamp. I had the opportunity. I could have signed my name on the line and been down there the next day. And at that point, when it became real and not the abstract, I was like, well, do I really want to play football? Do I really want to go to another team? Am I enjoying my time with the kids more? And so at that moment, once it got real, it was a pretty easy decision that I was done playing. And so I walked away. Looking back, I wish I would have stolen a couple of checks. That might have been nice. But it was the right decision for me. Allowed me to finish my rehab and retired the following year with the Jets and kind of come back home, which was nice.
Are you glad you never played anywhere else?
I am. It was a tough decision. I talked to a lot of guys that, spent a long time in one place and then played somewhere else. And for me, with the way that I embraced the city and the city embraced me, we felt, talking to Jenny and I, that it would be best that, I stay here. I'm a Jet and I don't have to say, I was a Bronco or something. It's always that one team, which is nice.
Yeah, it'll always be JETS for you.
Jets.
And then we get to interview you every year in a chef's coat, so we're happy about it.
Well, this is the first year of the chef coat, though,
okay,
and it's very formal. Because the last year I had the apron. I didn't like the apron as much.
You look
the
good.
chef coat feels better.
You look good. You're all set.
Gold.
Burns the gold. Hey, don't starve me on the gold jacket. That's a start, though.
No, I was going Mangold.
Oh, well, that, and maybe one day the Burns-O-Matic comes in a gold jacket, which you'll get the other one, I think, maybe, and then it'll come back to Ohio for Canton. Nick, thanks for kicking off 54 for us here.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're the best.
Yeah, one of a kind. One of a kind. And by the way, Nick Mangold was among the 52 modern-era players who cleared that second hurdle toward becoming a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame's class of 2026. So in about 5 weeks, that list gets cut down to 25 semis, then to 20, and then to the Hall's 4, and then the 8 newest members. And we'll find out. Maybe one day he will go into Canton. It would be well-deserved. He was as loyal as anybody. All right, we'll come back with a couple of the big games we still have to pick, including Bills and Chiefs. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We know everything about you. We know you love the Buckeyes. We know you love the Jackets. We know you're wearing a red shirt. Just freak the hell out of someone. The Fan.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, How about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
What's better than cheering the Buckeyes on to victory? Wearing our exclusive collection of OSU jewelry as you watch. Hi, this is Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. We're an officially licensed jeweler of The Ohio State University, and we've created beautiful Buckeye jewelry that will last a lifetime. From Blanco earrings to Diamond Script Ohio necklaces, we've got luxury Buckeye gifts starting at $99. No matter where you're watching, show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000. 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Wake up and laugh with the Bob and Tom Show on the Fan 2.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
It says here they've won 5 Marconi Awards. I can't even spell Marconi. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Bob and Tom Show. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see showers on and off today, so a damp and blustery day with gusty winds and temperatures struggling to get into the upper 40s to low 50s. For the kids that are trick-or-treating this evening, we could see some lingering showers. Otherwise, it'll be damp, cold, and breezy with temperatures dropping, especially after sunset. Overnight, we're into the 30s, and for Friday, drier conditions and highs in the mid-50s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Bet365, the official online sports book of Rothman and Ice. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Rothman and Ice present Free Snap Leads.
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF. Or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
All right, Ice. Bet365 time.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it, man. New customers at Bet365, they have a great deal waiting just for you, where all you have to do, folks, is bet $5, and you're going to get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger and better when you bet on player props, spreads, totals, and money line. So download the Bet365 app today. Dolphins, Ravens. Yep. I'm looking at the Florida boys for the Ravens. Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Lamar Jackson, all from Florida. And I'm going with all 3 of them to touch the paint tonight. Minus 225 for Derrick Henry, so that seems like it's happening. But Zay Flowers, plus 110, and you can get Lamar at plus 175. So I'm betting on all the Florida boys, they are, to score a touchdown tonight.
Cases out on all of them?
On all you.
All right.
Itches.
That's a great parlay.
Little Florida parlay? Florida boy parlay?
Well, I just started thinking, why? Let's not bet him individually. All right, give me him again.
So you got Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's minus 225. Zay Flowers plus 110. And then you got El Freaky, a.k.a. Lamar Jackson, plus 175.
That gets us to 8-1. I thought it'd be more.
It's the Derrick Henry. That the juice is kind of.
I do like Zay over the 68.5.
Okay.
I also think Isaiah Likely coming back. He's back, right?
Yeah, he's been back a couple games, but it's been quiet. It's been quiet for him.
I could mental hedge my Achane and just say under the 93.5 rushing plus receiving yards.
Vegas is telling us they think he's getting in minus 160, scored a touchdown
Let's add
in
him.
his last game.
Let's add him and see what happens.
He a Florida boy? Maybe. Let me see. Hold on now. Where's Devon Achane from?
He went to A&M, so I'm just going to guess Texas.
Missouri City, Texas. Good call, TLC.
That gets us to 12-1.
Okay.
All four of them.
I'm doing straight Florida boys, but you're going to add Achane to this thing. And I like that idea, but I'm sticking with the Florida boys. Anything else? Or are we good?
No, I was going to maybe add a Texas boy to the Texas-Florida line. Waddle. Add him to the line.
Okay.
How's he doing lately?
Houston.
He's an H-Town guy?
Yep. They're going to trade him, aren't they?
I think they should trade it. If they lose this game, I think they should trade Achane. I think they should trade
Everybody
Waddle.
goes.
Anybody that's got value, trade them, tear down to the studs. That's what I would do.
Everybody scores a touchdown tonight. All right. I'll take the Texas boys. You got the Florida boys.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only, must be physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions apply, in app only.
And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Should we make a clean sweep of the favorites? This may be the worst betting week in the history of NFL.
We're in trouble.
Where did we leave off?
Well, we left off with we got 2 games in a row that we're about to pick with spreads of 13 or more. So proceed at your own peril. Let's start with Panthers. There we go. Panthers at Packers.
Big word alert.
Packers minus 13.
It's kind of like AR if we were doing like wing sauce.
Yeah.
That's like a mild sauce.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Mild.
Medium, actually. Mild, medium, hot. Yeah, medium. I like that.
Perilous better than dangerous.
Oh man, AR, we're going crazy.
We're starting
with the favorites.
Panthers and Packers. Is that what you said?
Packers minus 13. Final 1 o'clock game.
Shouldn't they be able? I mean, by the way, where's your Panther team that won 3 straight games?
Oh no.
They should be able to run the ball against the Packers. By the way, how do you guys buy into like the coming down from the emotional victory over Rodgers though?
A little bit.
There's something there.
Jordan Love is not completing 20 plus passes in a row, 2 games in a row.
Do you know what his record against the spread is when he's favored by 6 or more?
Below 500 is my guess.
2-6.
That's nasty work.
And plus Green Bay, I think, plays Philly on Monday night on the following Monday.
Okay.
So they might have a look-ahead spot here as well. Is this the first dog we're going to take? 13?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I don't like the fact that Carolina is not a good football team away from their home venue, 1-3 at home. I like that you guys brought up the emotional, roller
was an
coaster.
emotional win over
for
Rodgers,
sure, no question. I like that they're at home though, but it's man, we're almost talking 2 touchdowns.
13.
I'll roll with the Panthers.
First dog.
Yep.
Rams
This is a tandem jump out of the plane.
Yeah.
Well, let's see about this one because this spread's
One parachute.
bigger. But
2 men.
We did.
Aim for the bushes. There we go. There's a movie reference people get.
Go ahead.
Rams minus 14 against a debutante. We got Tyler Shuck, who's been announced as the Saints starter for the rest of the season.
Yep, which I actually like. I like that. Infuse some confidence into the young fella. Hey, man, you can mess up. Still going to be your show Sunday after Sunday.
And you can go back on it if you want to. No one cares. There's no punishment.
You're right about that. I'm going to go with the Rams. I just think their front 7, their defensive line just absolutely can wreck games. And for a rookie quarterback dealing with that type of static in front of his face, like Byron Young's an absolute beast, tied for second in the league. Actually second in the league in sacks right now. I'm going to lay that big number and roll with LA.
It's a 39-year-old rookie quarterback.
he's Bull Durham.
It's not a good offensive line either. Like, it'd be one thing. The Rams are rested. They're pretty good. I don't think this is a true look ahead to the Niners. At home, yeah, let's lay that lumber.
Mm-hmm. Jaguars -3 in Vegas.
I'm going to be back on the Jags here. That's a tough team to back. I know Brock Bowers is back for the Raiders. I don't like their offensive line, though. Geno's been bad. I'm gonna ride with Jags. It's a short enough line for me to do it.
I am interested to see. I don't know if he's playing this week, but the addition of Tyler Lockett for the Raiders, just based off his chemistry with Geno and Pete Carroll in Seattle.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna save him.
No, I just think they've been dealing with some injuries, right? Brock Bowers has been dealing with a knee injury, and so just getting another guy like opposite Jacoby Myers, and Jacoby Myers may be on another team come the end of next week. So, I am going to lay. Actually, I'm taking the 3. I'm taking the 3. I've taken way too many favorites, so I'm going to take the 3 and roll with the Raiders.
Ride with the Raiders. I just don't think the Jags are going to lose 3 in a row, but they could.
Here's a dog I advise you to take. Bills, 2-point dogs at home against the Chiefs.
I'm going to do the opposite of what you said.
Oh, please.
Rolling with the Chiefs. How can you say, oh, please, with the way Patrick Mahomes and this offense is playing right now? Like, these guys.
Buffalo.
Buffalo
guys
takes care of them in the regular season, don't they?
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I love where Pat Mahomes and this Chiefs offense is
What
at
about
the
their
moment.
defense is healthy now?
Right.
And the Bills don't have Ed Oliver.
So for the rest of the year, it sounds like he may not be available. So I'm going to lay the 2 and roll with Mahomes. He's cooking. Man.
Yeah, the reason I'll take the Bills is because of what I just said, that they've won the past 4 regular season games against them by an average of 8 points. All they have to do, and they're getting to at home, that may be a little in their minds as far as, okay, a little disrespect. We're at home and the Buffalo Bills being a home dog is weird, but you're right. Mahomes is cruising. He's got all his guys back, scrambling around. They're great on 4th down, but I'm going to go with the rooting interest. I'll take Buffalo.
Final one, Sunday night, Seahawks -3 in Washington on Art Monk's jersey retirement night. Lachey will be there.
Yeah. No Terry McLaurin again. Now he's out again, but Jaden Daniels is back. This is the most player-dependent team in the league, right? He makes a big difference. But I'm going to take the Hawks because I'm playing their defense in fantasy.
I see it there. JSN, when they drafted him, this is what they thought they were getting, him being the no doubt number 1. But I don't know if they saw this coming with him being arguably the best receiver in the league at the moment. So that's really cool to see that he and Sam Darnold have figured this out very quickly out there in front of the 12s. I'm going to roll with give me the Commanders, though, at home with Jaden coming back. Give me the 3.
That was quite a setup and a reversal. That was very O's the Mentalist. We'll come back in 2 minutes.
Don't do that to me.
He is just wowing people. We'll come back with Ian Harditz, and we already have some fairly big busts in fantasy. We'll lay them out next. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
Imagine on an NFL Sunday being able to sit in a comfortable seat and watching 7 NFL games at once. Now imagine your favorite radio station giving away prizes, including football tickets. On Sunday, November 7th at 1 p.m., join me, Scotty Vegas, and Dave Biddle from On the Money at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus for incredible food, giant screens, and lots of betting kiosks. That's Sunday at the best place to watch the games. 1 p.m., ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone here for Window Nation. We have had some good weather over this fall. It's been mostly warm, but sooner or later, it's going to get cold. Maybe you're already starting to feel it in your house because your old drafty windows are letting in that air. Could be the builder grade windows that just came with your house. You thought you were getting great windows. Turns out they weren't as good as you thought. That's where Window Nation can help. This month, you can buy 2 windows and you'll get 2 more for free. There is no limit to how many windows you replace. Plus, your total price includes 1-day installation. Window Nation also has a deal where you don't have to make any payments for 2 years. Is that going to help out with your holiday bills a little bit? I would think so. And above and beyond all that, Window Nation also is giving away tickets to an Ohio State football game when you upgrade your home with Window Nation windows. Free windows, 0 payments for 2 years, all with Window Nation. Go to windownation.com. The estimate is free, the windows are great, and you can get Ohio State tickets. What's not to love? Go to windownation.com today. Once again, that's windownation.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. Wouldn't you want to drive into the new season with a brand new Honda from Germain Honda of Dublin? You can lease the 25 Honda Accord LX for just $199 a month or finance at 3.99% APR. Or the 26 Honda CRV LX all-wheel drive, leasing from only $319 a month or finance from 4.99% APR. These fall deals are fantastic. Visit Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270, or you can shop online anytime at GermainHondaofDublin.com.
Rothman and Ice is sponsored by your local Pella Window and Door showroom on Gemini Parkway. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey, kids. Anthony once did magic for birthday parties. See, when you say it out loud, it doesn't sound so bad. Back to Rothman and Ice.
All right, welcome back into Rothman and Ice, and he's our guy. He's Ian Hartitz. He's local, and he knows his stuff. Fantasy Life at MB Fantasy Life, and he's got great content that comes directly to you and me and everybody else. Ian, good to have you back.
Great to be here, fellas. Happy week 9.
Yep, it is. Before we kind of attack the week and then moving forward, I want to kind of take you back to pre-draft. And when you think to yourself, in the top 15 or 20 guys, who has been, in your mind, the biggest bust right now in fantasy to this point this year that was thought of to be a high pick, maybe a top 20 pick overall?
Yeah, I was conveniently actually doing some mid-season awards in one of my columns over at FantasyLife.com. And, one of the awards, if you can call it that, would be biggest bust. So I went a little further down the list, and sorry, Buckeyes fans, but had to give it to Travion Henderson, who just really was starting to rocket up the ranks. But unfortunately, Mike Vrabel and those Patriots just have not had, a plan for the guy. Can't even find the field more weeks than not. But if you had to look more so, again, in that first or second round range of drafts, I think it's a pair of wide receivers in Nico Collins and Brian Thomas Jr., who, again, just have really disappointed relative to what we were thinking. So it's been this weird thing over the last 2 years, man, where the way we kind of think about NFL and fantasy football, you almost think the running backs are going to be more volatile, dealing with injuries, and, being the less safe plays almost. It's actually been some of these great young, talented wide receivers who have let us down. So still only halfway through the year, but BTJ and Nico be my 2 picks so far.
Ian, I want to ask you about Chase Brown, because he was one of those guys, I think, coming into the fantasy football season that a lot of people thought would pop off. I thought he was one of those guys for sure, and now here he is the last couple of weeks, and it seems like there's some positive momentum now for Chase Brown. Is he now a lock to have in lineups every week, or do you still need to see a little bit more?
I got him back in the top 15 now, which, again, is a far cry from where we were looking at him a couple weeks ago, so you are spot on there. I just think it's a good lesson that, so much of running back performance is going to be tied to the quarterback and just overall offense. I mean, this Bengals offense during those 3 weeks with Jake Browning under center, tough schedule. I mean, Vikings, Broncos, and Lions. I mean, maybe they give that dude enough credit for the quality of opponent, but this Bengals offense was 31st in points per game and dead last in EPA per play. These last 3 weeks of Flacco, though, tied for 4th in points per game and 3rd in EPA per play. So, again, schedule has played a part, but honestly, with Joe Cool under center, they have looked like 90% of the unit they usually are with Joe Burrow. So, overall for Chase Brown, I mean, he was dead last in yards per carry in weeks 1 through 5, but he's averaging 7 yards per pop over these last 3 weeks. 3rd best among RBs. So I wouldn't get too carried away just because they are keeping Samaje Perine plenty involved as well. But, hey, man, if you got Chase Brown in your fantasy squad, you are starting him with quite a bit more confidence than we were a few weeks ago.
Let me ask you about a couple of running backs and maybe which one you trust more. And this may come down to, Ian, possibly the trade deadline if you're talking about the Dolphins, because I had heard that Achane may have been floated out there. Who knows? Do you trust him, Achane, on a very bad Dolphins team versus, let's say, Javonte Williams for Dallas, who's been surprisingly very good? I know he's in a good offense, but I didn't think he would sustain the way he has week to week. Which guy would you trust more moving forward?
Honestly, I'd be so shocked if people are actually having to bench either of these guys. I have them as my RB8 and RB9 this week, but I probably would give the nod to Javonte Williams just overall because, again, this Dolphins offense, credit to them, they've kind of kept the ship afloat a little bit longer than I've expected. After that week 1 beatdown against the Colts, I was almost ready for them to quit on the year, but very impressive win, last week going to Atlanta. And now they get this Ravens defense that, yes, they're getting healthier, but really during the large portion of the season has been absolute dog water ranked, in the bottom part of the league. So, overall, moving forward, Javonte Williams, just because I'm more confident in that Cowboys offense. But Achane, the things he can do as a receiver, two guys that you're feeling pretty good about either way.
Ian, is there a guy that maybe is sleeping in the weeds right now that you would want to trade for, that maybe isn't balling out at the highest level right now, but you see some light at the end of the tunnel for him?
I got two running backs you might not even have to trade for. Luckily, they're maybe be on your waiver wire. But Tajay Spears over in Tennessee, and then also Isaiah Davis with the Jets. These are two guys where, just in terms of their handcuff upside, if an injury happens to Tony Pollard or Breece Hall, they're going to be on the cover of every single waiver wire article in the industry as it begins with. But also, there is the possibility that before this November 4th trade deadline, we see one of Breece Hall or even Tony Pollard shift away to another team. So again, kind of have that two birds, one stone contingency upside for both. And I think both guys credit, but no, we don't love the Titans or Jets offense, but these are three down capable running backs. And, just in fantasy land, when we have these running backs looking at 15 to 20 opportunities per game, pretty tough to move them too far down the ranks.
When do you start? We're in week 9 now. When do you start strategizing your defense for the playoffs?
Oh, I actually did that a few days ago, and I will say, guys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, set a reminder in your phones if you guys are in the sicko fantasy streets like me for about November 13th, November 14th. Right now, the Bucs are on the bye. They're going to have to deal with the Patriots, the Rams, and another tough matchup, and I just imagine a lot of people aren't going to be wanting to deal with that mess, understandably so. But, guys, after that, it gets so nice for them down the stretch. It's a defense that already has been really good, second ranked in terms of just DST points this year, and just goodness gracious, I really want to have them for the playoff stretch because they're going to get to face the Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, and Dolphins from weeks 13 to 17. And they also have the factor of, being led by Baker Mayfield, likely being the front runners of the NFC South, so they don't have to worry about them falling off a cliff like some of these other guys. So Buccaneers defense, guys, from weeks 13 on, I think those guys are going to win a lot of people's championships.
All right, I love that because I'm that guy. I like to stack defenses towards the end of the year, but we're in a 10-team league here at the Fan, and most of your players are not truly cuttable to start stacking defenses. So that is the question. You said Tampa's on a bye, so I'll ask you a very selfish question. Would you drop a handcuff? Like, let's say I have Ollie Gordon, right? So I'm handcuffing Achane, and he had a good week last week, and they have been kind of splitting carries a little bit. Like, would you cut him to stack Tampa?
Not right now. Again, I think November 14th, November 15th makes sense. I would just be surprised if people are going to hold them through the bye because you're going to look at those next three matchups, Patriots, Bills, and Rams, and just not feel good about them at all. So for now, I think I'd be more okay with the handcuff because, look, I love strategizing with the DST stuff as well, but let's face it, God forbid something did happen to Achane, you would certainly want Dolphins RB1 Ollie Gordon over your second DST. So, again, just something to do a little bit closer to the playoff stretch. But, man, I appreciate you being ahead of the game, too.
A hot name this week on the waiver wire, as you know, is Tyrone Tracy now with the Cam Scatabo injury. Would you rather have Tyrone Tracy or Bam Knight for the Arizona Cardinals moving forward?
Definitely Tyrone Tracy. The thing with Bam Knight is, first of all, I know we all saw Michael Carter get released on Monday, but they already brought him back to the practice squad on Tuesday. These are kind of the hijinks that we see teams use, with players that, again, aren't exactly roster locked, but they bring them on and off the practice squad regardless. So, yes, it is a dream matchup this week for Bam Knight. And if you honestly preferred him over Tracy, I guess I can get behind that for this week. But Trey Benson soon, and this return should be back here sooner rather than later. Meanwhile, obviously, Cam Scatabo, unfortunately, done for the season. That dude was just so fun to watch out there. So for Tracy, man, it is a situation where if you guys rostered him last year, you saw what he could do as a rusher and receiver. Obviously, even after the year, he was playing a little bit more receiver than running back. So I think Tracy, again, it's not an offense we exactly love, but it's similar sentiments too for the Cardinals. And it's just the fact that, again, Tracy's main competition in Scatabo is done for the year. Trey Benson, compared to Ben Knight, could be back very soon.
Ian, I know you're not his doctor. You're not the team doctor for Tampa, but would you be holding Mike Evans, or is he cuttable in your mind?
That freaking team, man, pisses me off to no end when you look at just their injury reporting. Last season, Todd Bowles said that Chris Godwin was going to have a potential chance to return for a deep playoff run, and that dude wasn't ready, until week 5 or whatever it was this season. So if you have the IR spot, that's fine. Honestly, I would kind of hilariously love to keep guys in my IR spots until it's a problem, just to, try to get them a ring too by the end of the year. But I will say if you are, dealing with these bye weeks, you got a tough start to decision. I do not think that Evans needs to be necessarily raw. So it sounds like the timeline is kind of like this Week 15, Week 16 return in a best-case scenario. And, yeah, I would love to have him for the playoff stretch as well, but, I just don't think it's a situation that we can be firmly, feeling good about. So you got the big, long bench. Like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to cut Mike Evans for, an RB3, but, you mentioned Ollie Gordon, Tajay Spears, Isaiah Davis. Some of those handcuffs, I would rather have them than Evans at this point.
Ian, real quick, do you remember where you had Jonathan Taylor ranked preseason? Because what this dude is doing right now is absolutely incredible. Like, I have to imagine he was behind Bijan and Gibbs and CMC, but maybe I'm wrong. Where was Jonathan Taylor for you preseason in your rankings?
Well, he wasn't RB1, so he certainly wasn't high enough in the ranks. But I think he was about RB7, RB8. I will say, guys, you can go back and look at my takes, and plenty of them are going to be pretty freaking stupid with hindsight. I get it. But the one thing with Jonathan Taylor I was intrigued at this year was his potential to be, this season, Saquon Barkley, this round 2 fantasy pick, who we all know is incredibly talented, but maybe was just, a little bit off of people's minds because he was playing through some injuries the year before. So it wasn't as clean of a comp because nobody saw this Colts offense, exactly working as the class of the NFL, likely, soon for the Eagles. But, hey, that turned out to be the case, and we've all been reminded that a healthy Jonathan Taylor, man, one of the scariest dudes in the league with the ball in his hands.
It's been awesome. Ian, good conversation, bud. We'll have you back again. Have a good one.
For sure. Appreciate you guys. Take care.
You too. Ian Hartitz, MB Fantasy Life on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. We will come back with Tell the Truth, Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We used to have a billboard with our host's face on it, but only ugly people work here now.
You mama say you ugly, hey!
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at RunyonDentalGroup.com. That's RunyonDentalGroup.com.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and I'm a big believer in saying thank you when something actually works. So thank you, Awaken 180. And they're actually saying thank you back right here in Ohio with $500 off every new program through Thanksgiving. I started around this time last year, dropped 65 pounds for the holidays and 15 more in free maintenance. Awaken 180 works, and now's the time to do it with $500 off. Thank your new self when you're 30 or 80 pounds lighter with the medication-free solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Aaron, I'm freaking out a little that you're giving away $500 in free repairs whenever someone buys a new water heater.
When people are faced with an unexpected expense, an unexpected gift helps restore balance to the universe.
Get Eco.
ECO. How many things can our plumbers do for $500 or less?
Tons of things.
Like what?
We can repair a toilet that's not working. We can replace a hose bib, install a utility sink or a vanity, run a water line to an appliance, replace a garbage disposal.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Replace a shutoff valve, fix an exposed water leak.
What's an exposed water leak?
It's one you can see. It's not inside a wall and it's not underground.
And we're going to do these sorts of things for free just because a person buys a water heater?
Yeah, for free.
Because we're restoring balance to the universe?
Balance to the universe.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Give it away, plumbers, genius electricians, and gonna make you cool again, HVAC technicians.
Whoo, go to geteco.com.
It's officially fall at Firehouse Subs. The Thanksgiving turkey sub is back. This sub brings all the flavors of the Thanksgiving table into one crave-worthy bite. Stacked high with premium carved turkey, savory stuffing, and cranberry sauce. The ultimate holiday comforts in a sub. Hurry to Firehouse Subs today and try the Thanksgiving turkey sub before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew. College football is more chaotic than ever. New rivals, new rules, and a brand new season of Fansville. Are you fan enough to handle the drama? Then grab an ice-cold Dr. Pepper from your local Kroger and buckle up for the season. College football. It's a Pepper thing. College football fans, listen up. You can catch Carnell Tate and Dr. Pepper on November 17th. We'll be at the new Kroger at 7525 Gardwell Street in Powell from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Stop by to get your photo with Carnell Tate. See you there.
If only there was a radio show that constantly talked about Ohio State athletics. Well, good news. It's real, baby. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, The Fan, Ohio sports destination. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Tell the truth with Rothman and Ice.
Sponsored by Window Nation. Buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com now.
All right, TLC, take us home.
All right, so, whoops, wrong level. There we go. That's one we turned down. So, just to wrap up Dick Warlock's filmography, he was credited as Man on Roof in the 2002 film Spider-Man. He played Dale Rice in the TV show Ravenhawk. He was a sheriff in Gun Crazy, whatever that is, and plenty of other stuff that I don't know.
Oh, what a career for Dick Warlock.
He was an FBI agent in The Rocketeer.
For people that don't know this
T-Bone's
name.
favorite movie.
For people who don't know this name and why we're mentioning it, Dick Warlock supposedly played Michael Myers underneath the mask in Halloween 2, a great sequel to the original. But he was not the original Michael Myers.
I would love to interview a stunt double. I would, because I'm sure they've got some crazy stories to tell. Because them putting their bodies on the line and all that stuff the way that they do, like, that's insane. And when I'm mentioning that, I'm thinking about how Tom Cruise does everything, which is crazy impressive for all the Mission Impossible stuff that he's done over the years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to talk to a stunt double.
Have you seen the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yes, I have seen that.
Okay. Well, Brad Pitt played Leo's stuntman in the movie.
Yeah.
And it was great.
By the way, since we're talking movies, I did see Rotten Tomatoes, AR, gave the new Glass Onion, whatever the movie is, like a 94%. So I think this is the third one that we're getting, and I think it comes out in the next couple of weeks, maybe at the end of November. I got to get the name for you, but the cast is incredible.
That's a Knives Out mystery?
Yes, the latest Knives Out movie is about to drop, and I saw they got really, really good ratings and reviews. Excited about it.
All right, this one's important. Matt Rule's 2-year extension. Is 2 years of an extension really an extension at this point?
It's an extension to buy them past the Penn State opening, his alma mater. I don't know where his buyout went to, but
I think it added like 15 million, something like that.
Which would be gettable for Penn State. But if you're Matt Rule, you're not signing that. And also, you leveraged Penn State to get more money. Now, I don't know for a fact that Penn State offered him the job or wants him. Maybe they're...
Had to imagine there was a call to his agent.
It was a call. I don't know where you'd think his interest would lie in going back. But if I'm a Penn State fan, I'm somewhat relieved a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't think... What's his record against great teams or ranked teams?
Yeah, I mean...
It can't be good.
It can't be good, but I think he hasn't had the resources and talent I think he would have at Penn State when you're talking about Temple and Baylor and some of his other spots. I had to imagine Penn State called him. You have to if you're Penn State. I guess you have to is a little strong, but I would be surprised if they didn't call him. And you brought up the key word in all of this. It's leverage. Like, this is exactly what you want if you're a head coach right now that potentially is going to have LSU, Florida, or Penn State calling for your services. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Kirby Smart, Eli Drinkowitz, and some new money for those guys too. You got to use it. Use it to your advantage.
He is 2-23 against ranked teams in his career, 0-11 versus top 10. Now, to your point, he didn't have the exact team or personnel. But can you imagine trotting him out there as the proud alum and somebody that's going to, quote, get you over the hump with that resume? It just would be such a hard sell because everyone would be going to, we just replaced James Franklin with James Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what the narrative would be.
And that's why I've been saying, I think taking the Penn State job, that's not the easiest yes because of the immediate pressure that comes along with it. Like, Matt Rule gets to Lincoln. There's this, hey, we got time to figure this out. I need a couple years to really get things in order the way that I want to. That's not going to be the expectation over there in Happy Valley because of what James Franklin did. And while we can knock James Franklin for all his shortcomings in big games, now that's the standard is you better come in here and exceed that. And so I have to imagine some of these guys are like, hey, I'm comfortable where I'm at. You know?
I don't know about that, though, because Penn State can't pay 3 coaches. And so with the amount of money that they're buying out with James Franklin, I think they're kind of stuck with whoever they get.
No, I hear that, but I'm speaking to more of the fan expectation now. Not even just the fans, the decision makers is our next head coach needs to be obviously a college football playoff contender, but we need to make deep playoff runs because you don't fire a guy like James Franklin unless you're expecting to do more.
I think they'd sacrifice maybe guaranteed of a deep playoff run versus can you win a damn big game? Can you beat an Ohio State? Can you find a way when we're lined up against an AP top 5, top 10 to be on the winning side? Like,
I hear that, but their actions are telling us that they thought, and a lot of people thought prior to the year, that they should be playing for a natty this year. They fired a coach in the middle of the season because obviously it just went south. And so now I don't think that expectation for them is going to change. So that I'm just thinking, like, if you're a head coach and you're at a certain spot like a Lane Kiffin, like, why? Why take the Penn State job with what you've been building already unless the financials are just crazy
The
high?
attachment for Rule is the obvious. He played there. Yeah. He was a big-time guy there. He certainly is a guy that, started his coaching career as a voluntary assistant. Like, this is what he's probably worked his whole career to get back to be the head coach of his alma mater. And we're not talking about a nothing school. It's Penn State football. Like, this is a little surprising to me. I don't know where this went with the negotiation. He was the obvious choice, but maybe he wasn't the obvious choice to Penn State based on what I said earlier, that maybe Matt Rule can't save them. Maybe they don't have confidence he could. But I think from his point of view, as a 50-year-old man, I think, boy, I've worked a long time in coaching. I've gone to the pros. This is my dream to come back and bring Penn State back to excellence in a 12-team playoff era, and win a big game and challenge again. I'm actually surprised. I don't know which side. I don't know why this went to an extension. I can't tell you whether he was not the top of their list or because for him to bail out of this for a 2-year extension at Nebraska seems a little odd to me. If it was his,
the extension had to happen because Nebraska is scared that they may lose their girlfriend to somebody else.
But you
put a ring on it.
He's got no real loyalty to Nebraska. Like, he hasn't. Like, I don't think.
But also, there's how great is the Penn State job? Like, honestly,
that'd be his motivation is to come back and try to return them. I mean, they were just fighting for it last year.
We got to go. Hey, Common Man and Timmy, coming up next, Coach Jake Diebler will join the boys in the 5 o'clock hour. Bet365 sponsors the Rothman and Ice podcast.
All right, we'll come back on a Football Friday. Rothman and Ice and the Fan.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.